Hello, beautiful people. I am so glad that you are here today. My name is Yuri Choi. I am a performance coach for entrepreneurs and high achievers. And on this channel here, I'll be sharing a lot more content and videos around confidence, spirituality, mindfulness, and a lot of cool stuff. So feel free to join me on this journey if you'd like. Besides that, let's get right into the topic today. So today what I prepared for you are 7 practical tips on how to decrease your negative thinking or how to eliminate your worries. So I'm going to go right into this. I invite you guys to take notes if you would like, and it really utilizes. I know I'm going to be sharing 7 tips here, but even if you pick up one of them and really incorporate it into your life, I promise it's going to really have a shift in your thinking and in your state of mind. So I really invite you to try that on if you'd like. And by the way, if something resonates with you or you try something and it works really well, or whatever the feedback you have, feel free to share in the comments. It would be lovely to start these kind of conversations and discussions with you guys. And also let me know if there's anything else I can cover. So let's get right into this today. Number 1, and this is actually scientifically proven in the sense that, it's been researched that this actually works really well. So again, this is all about actually putting it into practice. Number 1 is setting aside about 10 to 15 minutes a day where you get to intensely get present to the worries in your life. So whether it's something that's happening in the past or that's happened in the past or going to happen in the future or whatever is, really worrying your heart, get present with it, because sometimes we let these thoughts just float around aimlessly in our mind and we just come back to it and it controls us. So one way that we can start to control them and actually acknowledge, as well as let it be acknowledged and expressed, but also to put away intentionally, is to set aside about 10 to 15 minutes where you get super intentional about worrying. So during this time for 10 to 15 minutes, whether it's in like a journal or asking a friend, hey, can you hold space for me for about 10 to 15 minutes where I just want to vent and worry and just like listen to me worry, is that okay? Or you can just pull out your journal and journal everything that is worrying, bothersome in your mind. And this can actually help that, energy move out of your body, because you're not suppressing it and you're not letting it just take over your life. You're saying, hey, worries, I see you, I acknowledge you, I'm not making you bad, but I'm going to be very, very intentional about the time that I get to worry. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you guys end up trying that. Number 2 is rather simple. And it's so simple that you guys are going to be like, why don't I do this more? It's to do some deep breathings, about 5 to 10 breaths. That's all it takes sometimes. We can try on a few right now if you'd like. If there's something that you're worrying about right now, just get present to your body. Take a deep inhale in. And imagine that you're filling all corners of your lungs with air. And exhale everything out as if you are just exhaling all the worries out into the world and letting the universe hold you. Another deep inhale. And this time as if you're filling your lungs with all the good vibes around you. Gratitude, love, light, that kind of energy. And exhale everything out. And let it out into the world. Let's do one more deep inhale through your nose. And exhale everything out. I don't know about you guys, but I feel better already. It is so simple, and it's available for us at any time of the day. It's such a gift, and we forget to utilize it. So I invite you guys to think about this. Next time that you start to worry, just come back to your breathing. Take a few deep breaths and just really feel the relaxation permeate throughout your entire body, all your limbs, all your lungs, and let that just relax you. Cool. Number 3 is journal about a time that you felt really good and felt really alive. Because sometimes, what we focus on grows. So if we're focusing on worries, guess what? It's going to grow. It's going to grow even more. So after you've done like the 10 to 15 minute acknowledging the worries and you still find yourself focusing energy on it, just like really change the direction of your thoughts by focusing on a time that you felt really good and really alive. And one thing that you can do, that you can intentionalize to really make this massively impactful for you, is to focus on what that felt like in your body. When you felt really alive, when you felt really good in your body, what did that feel like? Did you feel lightness in your chest? Did you feel like the flowy space in your jaws? Did you just feel kind of floaty? What did that feel like in your body? Because when we're actually in this space of worrying, it's our mind leading us there. It's our mind leading our bodies to a certain state. So instead, let your body take over your mind. Let your body lead you to a good place by starting to remember that one time that felt really good in your body. Cool. All right, you guys, I hope this is resonating. Let's get right into number 4. Think about the worry. Oftentimes, when we're worrying, we're thinking about the worst case scenario. And you guys, there's infinite possibilities in this world. That one thing that you're worrying about may or may not happen. But I will tell you something. From the laws of attraction, school of thought, something that you focus on and give more energy to is actually more likely to happen. So whatever you're worrying about, you're actually almost like, imagine that you're praying that thing happens. Even if you're saying, don't make this happen, what you're saying, what you're giving energy to is that vision of that one thing that you don't want to happen. So for example, if I were to say, do not think about the pink elephant, don't think about the pink elephant, what are you thinking about? Probably a pink elephant, because our words are so powerful that it starts to create this image in our minds, even if we're saying don't do that. So think about how you can actually start to think about a possibility that would be a good situation, even if your mind goes initially, well, that's not even possible. We don't know that. If it's something, that hasn't happened, we just simply don't know. Let your mind be a little bit more expansive about what's possible by focusing on a different possibility. And give that vision. Some people call this praying. Praying is actually really powerful because you are focusing your energy on a vision that you truly want to happen. And here's the thing. If it's something that you could have done something about, well, get up and do something about it. And if there's nothing that you can do about the situation that you're worrying about, well, you might as well be in the state of hopefulness, praying, and feeling good about it. Because our illogical mind wants us to prepare for the worst case scenario. Well, guess what? It's actually going to prepare you better if you're not focusing on the worst case scenario and stressing about it. It's going to help you more if you're getting the right amount of sleep, if you're nourishing yourself, if you feel good in your body. You're actually going to be able to have more opportunities to feel creative, to find different solutions, and to show up more present and more powerfully for the situation so that you can powerfully problem solve. So get into that state of, giving that vision that you truly want to happen more energy. Cool. Number 5, read or listen to something inspirational. This always helps me get into a state of possibilities, get into a state of hope. Sometimes I'll go and read if it's something to do with, I'm worrying about, oh my gosh, what is this going to be like? Am I, what if I fail? I go and actually read about all the amazing people who have actually failed but came out even stronger. Did you know that Steve Jobs got fired from his own company? There's plenty of people who have failed But the only difference is that they didn't really see that as failure. They just kept going. And that's another thing. We oftentimes, when we start worrying, we think that's like the worst case scenario and the story ends there. But guess what? A lot of times, in fact, 100% of the times, the things that were scary, the things that you worried about once, you came through. You're still here. You're alive. So chances are you're going to be okay. Chances are 100% that you have all the abilities in the world to be able to come out of that anyway. And sometimes one of the best things to do is let another inspirational person or a story remind you of that possibility, even for you. Borrow that belief. Borrow that, possibility from that person who's done it. Number 6. This is so amazing for me. So, exercise your body or move your body, yoga, dance, it doesn't matter, but move your body. Sometimes when we're in a state of worry, we literally become inactive. We go into fight, flight, or freeze mode. One of the best things that we can do, again, is to lead with our bodies by moving it, literally moving the energy in our bodies. Put on one of your, favorite songs and dance. Take a quick yoga break. You can stretch. You can go on YouTube, find all sorts of, free yoga videos. I do them all the time. You can go for a run. This takes the worry off of your mind and brings different energies into your body. And if worrying is, an emotion of like fear, well, an emotion is just energy. It's a certain vibrational frequency that we're emitting as energy. So by moving our body, it literally moves our energy, right? So move your body. So by the way, you guys, I hope this is helpful. If you guys find any of these to be powerful and helpful for you, please feel free to let me know which one has been the most powerful. And lastly, I want to lead you into the last one, which is listen to calm and beautiful music that's really good for your soul. I have a whole list on Spotify that's really just good for my soul. And for me, this always gets me into a state of, just calmness and just feeling really good. So I'll actually share some songs, in the comments for you guys or in the caption if you guys want to check out some of these songs that I, turn to sometimes. And I'm a very auditory sensitive person. So when I listen to certain frequencies of music, it opens up my being. It helps me stay calm and collected and loving. Sometimes even this burst of joy comes through. Music is really powerful. It changes our energetic state. So I'll share some really cool songs with you guys if you want to try that on. So those are the 7 tips I have for you guys. Write these down somewhere so next time you have a plan. If you find yourself, going into a state of worrying, know that there's other possibilities that you can lead yourself into. Sometimes that's really the biggest thing that's going to be helpful, to break the pattern of you going into this loop, right? We often go into this loop. Our body gets used to a certain, thought patterns. And worrying and any kind of fear-based emotion can be actually really addicting for the body because it increases the level of your cortisol, and it literally can be an addicting sensation. So by breaking the habit of, going into the state of worry, going into the state of fear, by doing any of these things, it can really help you create new loops of, behavior and emotion, and more empowering thoughts that could be really powerful for you. So again, you guys, thank you so much for joining. My name is Yuri Choi, and I am so glad that you guys are here to watch this. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. Let's connect. It's always good to be connected with all of you guys. And I hope that was helpful. Sending you lots of love. If you have any questions for me, feel free to comment below. And other than that, feel free to check out some of my other videos. Would love to hear from you and how it was helpful for you. So, sending lots of love and gratitude. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you.